Good morning, Dr. Kemi Lawyer, the 17th of April, 2025. Let's talk about my son, Rich KJT. A lot of you have seen his name on Wikipedia as my son. He raps, he sings, he produces his own music. He's a supermodel and he's been on the New York Fashion Week, DC Fashion Week, Baltimore Fashion Week, quite a few fashion weeks. He's a model part-time and he also works in other, hustles. Now, if you remember me going to my dad in another video asking him to get my son into the University of Ibadan, my dad said he can't do it, they'll use it against. He just didn't want my son to progress. This video is to tell you to protect your children from your family and pray for your children very hard, because I let KJ be in the hands of my father because I trusted my father. My dad told me that he could teach him mathematics the way he taught us. So I sent KJ to go and live with my dad in Malete. You've seen that in the last video. Somebody put a coffin under his bed. Nobody knows how that coffin got there. But at the end of the day, Ronke blamed it on my mom. My mom said she doesn't know anything about it, but they had rituals under my son's bed. I also went there and slept there one weekend while I was taking care of my father when he was ill. All I know is that our entire house was rigged with rituals. And people are coming there, journalists and friends of his, saying, I never knew him diabolic. Well, we did know him diabolic and we know him better than you. Today, my son is going to be 25. He's in the United States and he has moved 3 times. He's having a lot of hardship. He's just struggling. He has lost a lot of jobs. I don't need to tell you this. At the end of this video, just read the post he wrote for his birthday in November, last November 2024. And you tell me you don't believe in these spiritual energies. I found my son's exercise book in my dad's bag, the same bag where my CV was packed with rituals. Pray for your children. Pray for your children. Pray for your children so that they don't be in the midst of this kind of people. This was our own father. Since my dad died, my son has not done any post. This particular child has not done any post, my youngest. He's not interested. He doesn't want to hear anything. But some people can use you. After using me, they go to your grandchildren, their grandchildren. This is how they continue to use them for their own whatever. Why did he get that boy into the university? Funke's children are in all private universities. Everybody else's children are in universities they want, but he didn't do the same for me. And some of you are under that post still talking about 3 UTME points. You just take JAMB again. You don't even... A former governor who lectured at University of Ibadan. Imagine their grandson is begging to get in because they missed it by 3 UTME points. My son wanted to go to the Department of Arts. Okay, Wale Soyinka Department of Arts, the long-time arts theater. Today he's a musician, he's a model, and he's doing his own arts where he can. And he also studied graphic design online. The money we made from that EP in 2020 is what he used to go to Shaw Institute online and take graphic design. At least he has something behind his back. But for my dad, okay, all the chains will be broken this week. Every chain, daddy, 30 diamond mole, tomo mi lowo, tomo mi struggle, to look from job to job, to get fired, to shele, gbogbo hardship to shele, some of me. Guys, my son had an accident in America. A scooter blade almost cut him. Okay, then he fell off his bike. He fractured his leg. Then his car crashed. The significance of these things is tied to my dad. I won't tell you the dates, but one of those 3 accidents my son had, okay, were the days my father was either discharged from the hospital, he got better. He uses his children, his nephews, to suck up the energy from them for him to get better. My 30-something-year-old cousin had a stroke. I told you. He would be calling that one. Baba in suck energy on. And you come better this or lorry phone. To better this or lorry phone to go brook man share. Nobody talks to my dad. Nobody picks up my dad in any car, anything. Better than no car, much of shishemo. So many things happen to everybody. 7 nephews and nieces died. I want your favorite daddy. A joke was big, a man bobogun share. I want people who are in family. One walk, 2 1 4. My son is struggling. And some of you don't understand. Anyway, the most important thing is this. When my father was going to die on the 6th of April, he called this my cousin like day after day after day. This young man said I didn't pick up daddy's call. He just kept calling me and I was not going to pick it up because he had seen the association. Daddy was calling him so that he can get better and that one can have a stroke again. I just baba mi kuni cousin mi ni òun ní stroke symptom mọ́. Gbogbo ara ẹ̀ tó náà, gbogbo ẹ̀yìn ara ẹ̀, all the side, gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn tú ni. Ẹsẹ̀ mi tó ń dùn mí neuropathy. Ọjọ́ tí bàbá mi kú ni blood flow wọnú foot mi padà. My fans remember when I said I wanted to go to the hospital to get this procedure or that. It was my father's death that eased all my ailments in this leg. The leg is flowing for a week now with blood. There was no blood flow in my leg for almost a year. People, look at me. Every video I did, they're archived away now. All my health videos, every video I did, I was lying down on a bed. And I share this with you. Baba Elo Diwa Mole now. Baba Elo Diwa Mole. Daddy show what you buy. We had the strongest energy, myself and Rich KJT. Please follow my son. If you're watching, it's Rich KJT on TikTok. He just plays on TikTok, just listens to other people's music, everything. And Rich KJT Music on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. Rich KJT, just search him. Please help me give him encouragement. Some of his posts are so heart-wrenching. Like, I want to take my life. I want to take my life. I want to unalive myself. I want someone to kill me now and they won't be charged for murder. All kinds of stuff. Bye-bye. Breakthrough what am I doing? Only week Timo why? Only week Timo why? Only week Timo why? Baba yo le zure. Daddy le zure. People, Daddy that decided to come into my room. Láti wá fi ogun gbá mi àtọmọ mi. My father walked into my room later that evening. Do you remember that one with the breaking of the windows and everything? He was carrying all the charms in his hands. Busted into my room, the room which KJ and I were sharing, the one that had the coffin. And I had to spray his face with air freshener. I used the air freshener as defense, what the Americans will call pepper spray, to get him back. He was holding the shigidi and the charms. The employees in the house, they didn't know what to do because they didn't know how to hold him. They didn't want the charms to affect them. Is this something that I can't say? Is this something that I shouldn't say or I can't say? What is so? Any color shadow, you color white family by you. Family to buy you what pay on that intellectual man, intelligent, authority one lewo. Authority one lewo. Gbogbo yín ni mo ti ka stories yìí tẹ́ sọ fún mi. Gbogbo yín ni mo ti ka stories yìí tẹ́ sọ fún mi pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lulẹ̀ yẹ yóò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ní. Many of you, I translate that, many of you are telling me that this happens in your house, but you cannot talk. You cannot talk. Don't bottle it up. Speak out. I want to go into therapy, so don't forget to donate to my GoFundMe or the other portals. Wema 025 418 4770. Itebani Zell. KemiTalksMedia@yahoo.com. Itebadeni. PayPal.me/Olukemi. First bank is 2007477948. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o, Holy Wiki, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa o. This man will not rise.